guys in just over a minute. See you soon.
What I want you to want, what I want you to feel. But it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, I'm watching you. Turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. But I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't take this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I'm a little bit insecure, a little unconfident. Cause you don't understand to do what I can. But sometimes I don't make sense. What you never want to say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you, turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got.
It's showtime.
Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. I'm Kix, your host, caster and organizer, and we are just about to move into the fourth game between Media and DM. Now of course we did just see Nyoken take a game, bringing his team back to 1-2, so if their player here can win, we will be heading to the ace match, but it's going to be a hard fought battle here for the player for Media. Let's bring up to the overlay and let's introduce our players. Okay, so starting off this time for Media, we do have the player who's currently 2 for 0 for Media, doing a great job. Streams a lot as well. He's been trying to improve a lot recently. He's a great guy. It's going to be Future. Now, Future, one of the older Media players, of course. He does ladder a lot on stream, so do check that out. Follow him on Twitter as well. He has a lot to say, and he's also quite helpful as well. So, big props to him. He's currently 2 for 0 against his opponent's race. He is, of course, Protoss, and his opponent fighting for DM is going to be the adversary of Future. It's going to be a DM Zerg Defiler. And now Defiler joined DM for round 2. He's actually 1 for 1 as well, so no slouch himself. And he is very much looking forward to seeing exactly how he's going to do here in the STPL in his third game. It's going to be another PvZ, and this time it's going to be on Neo Actec. Now, Neo Actec, a very cool 3-player map. You may have seen it a lot more recently in your ladder games. Was recently added to the KSL map pool and the ladder map pool for the new season. Fun map. Low ground mains, high ground naturals. And mirror-only thirds as well. It is a 3-player map. There is droppable cliffs on some of the versions, unless they're playing on the IC Cup one. And should be a fairly fun game nonetheless. Now, PvZ a little bit funny on this map sometimes, very strong for that forward fast expand. You need to make sure you get that high ground as soon as possible. And if you can get control of the Zerg's ramp with early Zealots as well, it can be an absolutely devastating blow. But rather than explaining the map, let's head on over to the game. It's STPL Season 1, Round 2, Week 4. Media versus DM game 4. It's going to be Future versus Defiler. And starting us off here in the bottom left hand, 8 o'clock position even, it's going to be fighting for Media. It's going to be Future, the green Protoss. Now his opponent down here in the bottom right hand 4 o'clock position, going to be the blue Zerg, fighting for DM. On match point, of course, it's going to be Defiler. Now it looks like both the players did feel a little bit of lag as they went into this game. Hopefully it wasn't too severe. But this is one of the reasons why I cast from replays as well. Not only because there wouldn't be enough time in the day to cast 6 best of 5s in a row and also keep people waiting that long. It's mainly because this is a global tournament. If you've not caught the STPL before, we're on the second round. There's actually been about 15 weeks, 16 weeks of games now. One set of playoffs as well. We saw that in the end of round 1. And it is a global tournament, so there's players from Korea, South America, North America, Europe, Russia, and I believe there's even an Australian player as well, and there's a few players from the Asia region as well. So a little bit of lag is possible. Now, interestingly, this is a South American player against a North American player and they're lagging, so I can't really explain that. Maybe Defiler's internet isn't that great, but that is the way the internet works, unfortunately, and the way the game handles netcode as well. So not too much to say. Defiler going for a 12 pull there. Going to be able to get his drone count up quite nicely. In fact, that could have been an overpull, because we do see that overlord there as well. But unfortunately, as I am a Terran player, my knowledge of ZVP openings isn't that great. This is why before she became internet famous, it was quite fun casting with Zoe and Cadenzi and Rapid at the same time, just because we had one of each race. And Zoe, of course, very, very strong in Zerg. Actually, highest ranked female spawn bang player in Korea at the moment. She is, of course, the Scottish Zerg that used to cast with me. But she's doing a really good job on Afrika after becoming an Afrika TV partner and everything. So, good job to her. But still, a great lack of knowledge sometimes from me. But either way, was an overpull. Going to go into speed behind this. Has his hatchery coming up at the same time. And hopefully, as I'm going through the tournament, my knowledge of the other matchups is getting a little bit better. And hopefully my casting is getting a little bit better as well. And now, of course, when I'm solo casting, it's a little bit harder. When I get home from... Wait. No, that's the wrong words. When I go for solo casting, it's a little bit harder on my voice, but still. It looks like we're going to have some lings trying to bust their way through. There is only one cannon here. There's actually nothing blocking this. And this could actually be a very, very quick, very anticlimactic end to the series. We do have ling speed coming on as well. And is he going to dive on this cannon? This is so interesting. There's actually no probes up here to block or anything. So this is a very, very dangerous situation for Future to put himself in. And now this Berserker is going to scout. There's nothing in the main at the moment. That's nothing too crazy. Fairly normal to see that in ZVP. Future's still doing a good job of keeping his probe alive, making sure that there's no more lings. But as soon as ling speed is done, he really does need another cannon or something. I mean, he's playing very, very ballsy. It looks like he's going to try and get the Zealot out. It's not going to work. He's going to have to pull it back. And these bones, I think, actually help you wall in. So I think the idea is you put the forge there, gateway there, and pylon above it. And that makes a better wall. But when you are coming back to the game after such a long period like Future is, especially when you don't play the sort of maps like these as often, some people do literally only play like Circuit Breaker and Fighting Spirit when it's not tournaments. And as much as I find that sad, it's enjoyable for some people, so it's good for them. But Future's certainly been throwing himself onto every single map he can. He's been practicing a lot as well, and looking forward to see how he's going to do. Now, he is going for a Stargate. It's very, very weird to say this, but in the STPL, Stargate openings in PvZ not as popular. I know we did see Tech going for one earlier, so it's not like they're not used at all, but we have seen a lot more DT first openings in the STPL so far. But it's kind of cool to see the Stargate play coming in. Stargate play, of course, the most common. Corsair Reaver, known as the Bisu build, although more recently is the Neo Bisu build. Now, interestingly, Defiler has opted, I didn't show this before, but to take his third base at the front here. Now, this is very, very open. It's going to be very hard to defend against any units, but he's doing a very good job so far. That Zealot not actually getting any kills on those drones. So great job by Defiler, and all of a sudden, by losing those two Zealots, he doesn't really have that much back here to defend. And it looks like Defiler's going to pounce. Is there going to be enough here to even defend against all these lings? Another lot of lings are being added on. And this could be too little too late in the defense by Future. It looks like he's going to try and hold on. He needs a couple of extra cannons, I think. but he doesn't really understand the gravity of the situation he's in. He is adding on another gateway now, finally. He does have a Citadel coming in. He's going to get his Templar Archives very, very soon. But here we go, the Lings are pouncing in. They're going to get into the main, I believe. 2 cannons, 1 Zealot, not going to be enough to hold. The probes have been pulled, but don't get there in time. And all of a sudden, this 1 cannon back at home is the only thing keeping Future in the game. And a great probe pull, actually. Gonna save his base for now, and great usage of his probes. Does need to make sure his gas probes give in that gas and go back to gas mining. But still, very, very good job by Future. I thought he could have actually died there. Now, in defense to this, he's actually going for some Overlord kills. Is he going to be able to get it? No, he's not. He's going to lose the Corsair as well. And that is a huge, huge moment. Wow. That is so harsh, man. And yeah, he didn't lose a single probe there, so great, great job. But there we go, looks like the Muteless coming in. Didn't see this coming, and with the lack of the Corsairs, by losing one of them, this is going to be even more stronger. Now the cannon's actually going down before they can finish. One of them gets 1 shot off before going down, but there's a lot of damage coming in. The Corsair's finally being targeted. Somehow this Corsair has stayed alive forever. Now Future not microing that away, unfortunately. Does need to pull this Corsair away if he wants to live. He's just doing what he can to try and hold on for some more cannons. Another Corsair pops out. Does a decent amount of damage, but with Scourge coming in, it's going to be very hard for him to hold on. Defiler with some Lings outside the front as well. Future still trying to add on cannons, still trying to get his defense up, but Muteless do a lot of damage to cannons. And this is so unfortunate by Future. Here we go, the Lings coming back in as well. This could be the nail in the coffin. And is this going to be too much for Future to handle? He does, of course, have another Corsair coming in. There's not really that much to defend other than that. The probes being called to help defend against the Lings, getting them without losing too many. Corsair finishing off a lot of these Zerglings. But with more Muteless coming in from behind, this could be really, finally, too much here. He needs to pull back to this cannon he's just put down. He's going to pull his probes to his natural, and that's an insane place to put yourself in. He's going to be so far behind from here. Defiler going all in, actually not really having that many drones at any of his bases. And is this just going to be too much? We do finally have 2 cannons here. They're going to help defend against the Muteless, at least for now, but still a lot of damage going down. And now I've got something to say about the chat when this all ends, but here we go. We've got Defiler building up his Muteless count. He's got quite a lot here. Is he going for any Muteless upgrades? No. He's not going for any upgrades here. We got a lot of Lings coming in. Not that many cannons in the natural. It looks like trying to save his main. He's neglected his front natural, and here we go. The Muteless gonna take that out. The Lings taking out the final cannons, and GG! Defiler is going to win his second game in round 2 of the STPL, and he is going to give DM the 3-1 victory over their opponents. Now that was a fairly well played game there by Defiler. Of course, he did go for that all in. It did pay off. Future unfortunately didn't have the right units in the right places to defend. And losing that first Corsair really did, you could see, completely snowballed that game. Imagine if he'd have kept his 3 Corsairs alive. He would have had no problem holding that. He wouldn't have had to build Panic Dragoons. But great game by Future either way. He did a decent job. It's just Defiler caught him off guard in the end. And that's certainly going to cause him some problems in the future. So Future's certainly going to know what to look out for in the future. That's a really bad pun, actually, so I don't know why I said that. But still, a great game and a great series as well. Now, of course, we do only have the 1 series today, but let's head on over to the overlay and let's go through the results quickly. Just need to get the right transition. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, it's a best of 5, of course. We do have, with a 3-1 victory, DM are going to take it. Tech beating Machine, PRL taking out Gypsy in a very, very weird PvT. Naukan taking out Yaj, keeping the hope alive for Media, but it wasn't enough. Unfortunately, Future couldn't beat Defiler, so there'll be no ace match in this series, but still a really, really good series by DM. They're going to be very happy with that, and that's going to put them 2-2 in their group, which gives them a very strong chance of making their way into those round 2 playoffs. They were actually 4th place in round 1, and they're going to look to try and improve that in round 2, but they have got a lot of strong opponents in front of them before they can do that. But still a great series by DM, a great series by Media as well, and looking forward to seeing both of these teams again in week 5. And now let's actually have a look at the next games that are coming up. They're going to be the final games to round off week 4. It's going to be White Clan versus Red, and IRK versus Soul. Now, it is going to be on Saturday. Depending on whether or not Rapid can cast with me, I'll cast at a different time. So, as soon as I find that out, I'll announce it all in the thread. I think the thread already says 9 o'clock CEST. But it'll probably be a little bit earlier, just because it is a Saturday, I'll be at home earlier. But they should be a few very good series. White Clan versus Red should be pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. Now, just to quickly go back over what was said in the chat, you said name a more iconic duo than South American Zerg being cheesy. I'll give you one. And someone also said I was in D for 10 seasons in a row. You want to know why? Because a more iconic duo, Peruvian Protoss and Cheese, on Heartbreak Ridge as well. It's a hell. It's a hellscape. Heartbreak Ridge is just like the ultimate PTSD map for me. And if you watched me stream yesterday, you saw me get incredibly tilted because of it. But hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow with another ladder stream. I'm going to go and chill out for a while, possibly play some ladder just off stream today to try and get over my tilt from yesterday. I don't want to subject you guys to that. But still, it should be some great series coming up next week, or on Saturday and then next week as well. So, huge thank you to everybody who tuned in, everybody who donated as well. And of course, hopefully you're all looking forward to the next games. The prize pool currently sits at about $1,100, I believe it is. I'm just going to double check just to see that no one's made any donations since. There is of course, the codes, so if you've not used that, use STPL2 on the Matarino page. That'll add $1 to the prize pool, completely free of charge. The prize pool is actually $1,116.80. A huge prize pool so far. Hopefully that'll grow as well. We're in the middle of round 2. Still 2 more rounds to go. 3 sets of so 2 rounds to go, 2 full rounds, and 3 full sets of playoffs, and then we've got the grand final at the end of the year. So lots more STPL action coming. If you do want to support the tournament, do hit that follow button. Do watch again. And do, of course, retweet my tweets if you can when I'm announcing them, just to see if we can get a little bit more of a viewership, trying to get more people interested in Brood War as well, and try and get more people learning about these players. Now, of course, a lot of the players today do stream, especially the media guys, so do check out their streams, do check out the DM streams as well. They stream at different times, so I can't tell you exactly when they're going to be online, but keep an eye out for them in the game list, and hopefully you'll enjoy their stream as much as I enjoy casting them. So hopefully you enjoyed today. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. So have a good evening, afternoon, morning, day, night, wherever you are. And I will be back on Saturday for more STPL. Have a good evening. Ciao.